Okay, here we're replacing the factory hard drive with an SSD drive for a late 2014 Apple Mac Mini. For this job, you'll need a few tools. One is a TR6 tamper-proof security bit. As you can see really closely, or hopefully you can, it's hard to see, the actual bit is a hollow bit, and it's because the actual screws you're taking out have a portion that protrudes from the actual bit itself. And this is just a plastic pry tool that came with the kit. You want to go ahead and pry off each corner. Now, as you'll notice, when I take this off, there'll be a few bits that are actually raised, and those raised pieces go inside the actual plastic cover, and that's how it stays attached. You want to go ahead and unscrew these. And when you do unscrew this aluminum backing here, you want to be very careful. You don't want to just pry it off quickly. You want to do it slowly because there is a Wi-Fi cable that is attached to the board. Now, as you see, as I pry this off very slowly, there's a screw you need to take off, and the screw uses the same bit. The way that you'll know that this goes with this particular portion is that it has an actual washer on the bit. So what I do is every step of the way, whether it be the lid or taking off the fan or the Wi-Fi part, I keep all those screws together so that I know I don't get confused when I go back and replace everything. So once you take off this screw, you want to actually pry off with the plastic pry tool, or you can use your finger if you can, the actual connection piece that goes to the Wi-Fi board. Okay, after you do this, you want to actually disassemble the fan. And you take the same drill bit again, or screw hex bit, take off these 3 screws, and they actually have like a rubber bumper or gasket that's attached to the screw, and you'll know that they belong together. And it's the same process. Once you actually remove this fan, you want to be careful because there's another cable that's attached to the board as well. Okay, and as you can see, the cable's right here. Initially, I'm doing this the wrong way because I wasn't sure how to take it off. So as you can see, I'm kind of messing with it a little. I even make a mistake by actually prying on the wire, which is a bad idea. You basically want to take it and you want to pry it upwards. And I'll show you that in a second. You want to pop it up like that, not pull it. You want to pop it upwards. So the next part is this. This is actually the hard drive. Now you want to unscrew this right here, and there'll be a little metal cover on top of the ribbon cable, and this is where the hard drive connects to the actual board as well. Now you also want to take this screw out here, and this one is closest to the actual ventilation or the vent. Keep all those screws together. Next, you want to just pop off that little metal cover I was speaking of earlier. That's right on top of the cable. This one is easy to take off. You can use the pry tool, or you can just use your finger if you want to. So after I pop that off, you'll see another cable that I have to take off of the board like I did previously with the plastic pry tool. This one is a little difficult because you have to do it kind of at an angle. There's no room to really move the pry tool very well, so be very careful. When you pop this out, use your thumbs and push it against the vent and gently push it outwards before you push it all the way out. Disconnect the power cable, as you can see right there. Next, we want to take out this screw here. And what we're doing here is we're actually taking out the assembly for the power, or the power unit. And as you'll see in a second, there's a little prong that's on the bottom right here. Everything is very easy to understand once you see it. It's a little metal prong that you pull out. And then this little power connector, you want to just twist it out. And once you twist it, then you can slide the whole portion out. And then you can gently take out the actual hard drive tray. Make sure the cables aren't in the way so you don't pull in anything like I'm about to do here. Now after this is pretty much just like if you were changing a hard drive to a laptop of any kind. Basically take the screws out of the sides where it's locked in. And for this one, you just need the T9 bit. It doesn't have to be the TR9, but the TR9 will work anything that the T9 bit works with. So you go ahead and unscrew these 4 screws, 2 on each side. Now the Sandisk drive that I personally have is a thin profile. So the way you want it to match up is it comes with a plastic bracket that has adhesive on it. You want to put that on the top where the actual logo is of the Sandisk. Be gentle when you pull this out. There is a cable that goes through a slit. Now right here you'll see that there's another cable here that actually has adhesive. You want to gently pry that off, and below that you'll see another piece of tape that's actually holding this whole unit to the hard drive to keep it from detaching itself. You want to leave half of it there because you're about to put it right back on your SSD or your other hard drive, and you want to basically use that same tape to kind of lock it in securely. So you screw it back in, and see this, the cable right here that goes through the slit that you want to be careful. Those are the pieces of tape that I took off from the other drive. I'm just putting it back on exactly how it was. And I took it from the same exact spot. Now this is a Sandisk Extreme Pro 480 gig. And this is part of the Tekton every bit 135 piece set. This one here is the security bit set. Very handy for iPhone, Apple devices, Macs. And this is the actual entire set that I have. It's the bit and driver set, precision bit and driver set, and the security bit set. Very affordable, very handy for any type of electronic. There's so many different bits on here that I don't know if I ever use or need, but for me, for Apple devices, iPhones and stuff like that, it's very useful and very handy. If this was helpful at all, please hit like and subscribe. For more information, please visit www.howtoandreviews.com. Till next time.